Part 2 of solubility graphs or curves, how to use the solubility curve. Basically, identify the substance, look for the intersection, and then you can figure out what you need to know. So let's go ahead and try some of these. Okay, so first one says, how much of KNO3 would dissolve in 100 grams of water? Anytime you see the word dissolves, here's my pointer, anytime you see the word dissolve, that means you're just looking to see how much will go into saturated solution. So unless it tells you supersaturated, it is saturated, or if it's unsaturated. Okay, so if we're just trying to figure out how much will dissolve, we're looking on the line. And also make sure that it says 100 grams of water. If it does not, you have some math to do. Okay, so let's take a look at this one since it's 100 grams of water and this chart only does 100 grams of water. You go to 50 degrees Celsius. Okay, we're going to find 50 degrees Celsius, and then you're going to find your substance, which is KNO3. Okay, you're going to come up here and you're going to hit the line, and we are approximately at about 81 degrees. I'm sorry, 81 grams. Approximately 81 grams. Okay, so approximately 81 grams of solute will dissolve. Okay, for that one. Let me get the pen. I was going to change colors, but I'm not. Hold on. Okay, so and we were about right, 84. I put 81 and 84. We're close enough. Okay, so this next one. How much of NH4Cl will dissolve in 200 grams of water? Okay, so well, here's NH4Cl, and here is 200 grams of water. Well, this chart only goes up to 100 at 70 degrees Celsius, so I'm still going to go ahead and find 70 degrees Celsius. All right, but here we have to do a little bit of math. Okay, or you can think, oh, it's only it's doubled, so we're going to double it. But just for purposes, so in case we have something different, you would do 200, and we have an x up here, equals 100 grams, because that's how much is on my chart here. And we have 70 degrees, so I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to find where it touches the line. Oh, there it is. Okay, so here is where it touches the line, and I go over here. It's about 60. You multiply and divide, and you end up with like 120 grams, and we are correct. Okay, so you could even double 60, but if I had 250, sometimes it's a little challenging, or if I had 500 or 600 or 620, you could do the same thing. Okay, so at what temperature would 22 grams of KCl be able to dissolve in 50 grams of water? All right, here is where you are going to have to use some math, okay? So we're going to find our substance, and here's KCl, okay? And it says, at what temperature would 22 grams of KCl be able to dissolve in 50 grams of water? So here's where we have to do a little math, okay? So we know at 22, we want to get 22 grams at 50 grams of water. We know that this chart does 100 grams. We want to know this here, so we're going to cross multiply and get 2200 divided by 50, because you cross multiply, and we end up with let's see, 44 grams. So what you do is you go and find 44 grams, and you come over and touch the line, and it's approximately right there. And you'll see that it's about 68 degrees Celsius, because this is 44 at 100, so 68 degrees Celsius. Let's see what we got. 68 degrees Celsius, okay? Which is more soluble or has a higher solubility at 40 degrees Celsius? So all you do here is you go, and here's the first one. That's only got about 10, maybe, no, I'm sorry, 18. And then this one has approximately 35. Which one, and here's our two substances, which one has a higher solubility, 18 or 25? This one right here. And I think it's off, but it should be NH3. Okay. All right, so let's do a learning check here. I want you to pause the video and see what you can do, okay? Okay, so you paused the video. Oops, I don't know what that is doing here. So it says, what substance has a solubility of 90 grams in 100 centimeter, 100, this should be grams of water, but basically it's the whole same thing over here, at 25 degrees Celsius. So what do? You come over here to 25 degrees Celsius, and you go all the way up to 90. Okay, let me make sure I get it here, 25, and you go to 90. You hit here, and guess what? It's sodium nitrate. Okay? And it's sodium nitrate. Okay? So pause the video and give this a try. You pause the video, now we're back. What substance has a solubility of 200 grams in 100 degrees Celsius, 100 grams of water, or 100 centimeters cubed of water at the temperature of 90 degrees Celsius? Okay, so what you do is you go find 90 degrees, and you go all the way up to 200, and I gotta find my 200, so I'm gonna go up, find my 200, and I'm approximately right here, I guess. I can't tell right here. And so potassium nitrate, let's see if we're right. And we were. Okay. Look for the temperature or solubility. Locate the solubility curve needed to and see for a given temperature which solubility it lines up with, and vice versa. Okay, so that's basically what we're doing. So here's another learning check. Stop the video, give it a try. What is the solubility of potassium nitrate at 80 degrees Celsius? And it is potassium nitrate at 80 degrees Celsius. You go hit the line, you go across, and we end up with 170 grams. Okay, you find your 80 degrees, go over to the other side. Okay, stop the video, give this a try. At what temperature will sodium nitrate have a solubility of 95 grams? So this time you should have started at 95 grams, and you go all the way over until you hit sodium nitrate, and then you go down and you're at 30 degrees Celsius. Stop the video again and try this one. At what temperature will potassium iodide have a solubility of 230 grams in 100 grams of water? So here's what this one looks like. You start at 130, you go find potassium iodide, and then you go down. Okay? It's 65 degrees Celsius. Hold on, that didn't sound right. Let me check that. Okay, did anybody see why this one is wrong? It's because we actually have potassium iodide is about at 130 is about 1 degree Celsius, according to this chart. I think there was a typo in my PowerPoint, but the one that has that is sodium. It should be potassium nitrate, would have been closer, but we're going to skip that one. All right, what is the solubility of sodium chloride at 25 degrees Celsius? You go to 25 degrees Celsius, you come over, you end up with about 36 grams of sodium chloride, okay? Now, I want to go back and look at this chart for just 1 second, and then I will quit talking to you for a while. Ignore the learning check. Looking at the lines, which line has the least amount of change from in temperature? If you said sodium chloride, you're correct because the line is about flat. Which one has the least amount of solubility at a given temperature? It'd be the first line you touch. The one with the most would be the last line. Now I'm going to go back just one more, and then I will stop for the night on this one. Let's look at just look at this chart right over here. Which one would have the highest increase of solubility from start to finish? Which one would go fastest? If you said the line that's the steepest, you're correct. If you have one that says that's decreasing, it goes down. Okay? The least amount is flat. Okay? All right, I'm going to stop the videos here, and guys, just make sure you know how to use this chart, because this is a lot of the test. Have a